So this is why we're Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews. We are in Philadelphia, on the streets of Philadelphia, with a band from Atlanta doing a street interview. So this is Death is a Dialogue, and we have, and I'll probably get it in the wrong order, but we got Joe and Randall and Jason and Chris, right?
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Perfect. Now this is kind of wild because these guys are an unusual group for Mid-Atlantic because they're one of the few bands that we saw one night and said we're going to see them the next night and we want to interview these guys. So they are an incredible band, and we were just instantly impressed with their live set. So first thing I want to ask you, you guys are on kind of a national tour right now, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like
part of it.
Yeah, it's an Eastern U.S. tour. So just went up the coast and trying to play all the major cities, and then some in the Midwest as well, like Chicago, Pittsburgh, and a few down that way. So.
Now the CD that's out that we heard most of the songs off is Offended Youth, correct?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about the CD?
We
recorded it ourselves.
Yeah, we did it all ourselves. We recorded everything. We just really wanted to kind of hit the ground running with this band. We've had some experience before, so we just wanted to make sure we got together, had the CD ready, had everything ready to go, so we could just, like I said, hit the ground running, just have everything ready.
Yeah, start playing shows, come up here.
Now, when you see Death is a Dialogue, this is what got us right away. These guys exude energy like probably only a few other bands we've ever seen. In fact, I thought Chris nearly took a stage dive a couple times tonight, jumping if you ever see them, is they come out occasionally with some Lego heads. Now, can you talk about the Lego heads and how that got started and what that's all about?
It started as a Halloween costume. Just a group of our friends got together and we made these Lego heads by hand. And when we went out to the Halloween parties, we got such a good reaction out of them. People were just totally into them for some reason. So our photographer ended up seeing them and finding out about them, and he asked us to do some shots with the heads on. And the shots came out really good. And we made some posters and sent them out of town, and when we would show up to out of town, people would start asking about them. They didn't necessarily know the name of the band, but they would be like, hey, wait, you guys are those Lego head guys, right? and then the first question is always, do you wear those when you play? You know,
that's the first question I asked.
Exactly, always the first question. And when we come out with them sometimes, they're not the most comfortable piece of headwear. So, yeah, when you're banging your head like this, and it's just cardboard, like, don't. You know,
but they're perfect for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we usually, when we wear them the most is on Halloween parties.
See, now I got caught. I'm not so sure about that. Now I watched the video at Low Lives wouldn't order that. And you guys were wearing them in a cemetery in the video. Talk a little bit about the video and what that video is about.
Yeah, well, the whole song it's kind of a ode to Edgar Allan Poe, Little Lies of Nora. But the Lego helmet, we're really just trying to use that as our branding technique right now. Cemetery is in Sandy Springs. It's like a suburb outside of Atlanta, maybe 25 minutes north of the city. The rest of it, all the live stuff, we actually built the whole set ourselves. We just got these giant pieces of drywall and painted them and stayed up all night. And Jason, the art master, got the Raven painted on there by hand.
Yeah, we just tried to paint it. I mean, we're not signed. We do everything ourselves, so we have to do everything ourselves, pretty much. Like, literally, like everything. So. But I mean, I enjoy that kind of stuff. Like I haven't done
band
arts and
bonding.
crafts like since I was in like school. You know, I enjoy it. It's fun. So.
Now, is there anybody that's like more more of a poet in the band, so to speak? Because it seems to be a lot of poetry references. Your name comes from a poem.
Yeah, I guess that'd probably be me. Like, yeah, I took that from an Emily Dickinson poem. Because really, my first idea for the band was it's just about living life to the fullest and not really, worrying about what people think or like living up to certain expectations. It's just because, I mean, you really never know when your last day is going to be, so you might as well live every day like it's your last.
So true.
Yeah.
Absolutely so true. Now, Jason, while we got you, I want to ask you this question. Your guitar has a lot of duct tape on it. Is it a special guitar for you, or is
it is a special guitar just because I've had it for so many shows, but really I started taping it because I started working on doing guitar flips and like kind of stunts with it, and when I was learning to do that, I definitely broke some headstocks just because if you don't tape it up, you're trying to like sling it around and you get all crazy, it just it'll fall off and just hit the floor. So I just trying to keep it with me, keep it working. That's the goal when you're on the road is to keep your gear working.
It adds a certain tone.
Yeah, yeah. That's where I get my tone from, man.
Now, Death's Dialogue hasn't been a band all that long. Is that correct? When did you guys form? It was pretty recent, right?
We really just got the lineup finished up late February, early March, right around there. Me and Jason started last fall, started putting the project together, and we just ran through an awful lot of members. We only found a few guys that clicked with us. So.
Yeah, I think I was looking at my emails and I sent the songs to like 60-something people, and so we'd have guys come out and it would feel like, oh, it's a good fit, and then they would just flake out or something would happen, And finally, we were lucky enough to find these two guys.
A little bit different sound than this band. Now, what did the other members of the band do previously? What other bands were you entirely?
I've been playing music just about my whole life. My most recent band was actually a death metal band, so we're another extreme versus Death as a Dialogue.
Still a fun show though.
Yeah,
it's playing.
awesome.
Check it out.
Just lots of shredding and good stuff like that.
Let's do some sweeps.
Randall, where are you been?
I played with a band touring, around the Northeast and the Southeast and the West, and did that for a number of years. And Jason and I had a similar situation happen where two of our members go, I got my girlfriend pregnant, so I'm out. Thanks a lot for all the years and hard work. And then I was sitting at home going, I guess I better get out and check out and find out who's good in town. And went and saw his band, The Drown Out, and I was like, whoever this guy is, this guy's good. And we stayed in touch. We stayed in touch. And when when he's ready, then we got lucky when this guy comes in to audition. He walks in with his cabinet in front of him, his 810 cabinet. Brr, brr. We were like, I like this guy.
Yeah, and he's tall. I was like, oh man, he can lift heavy stuff. That's awesome.
That's what I do. I pack the van every night. Well, not by myself, but.
You're the team lead on that.
Yeah. He almost hit his head on stage tonight. I don't think he even knows. He jumped up so high, he was about a half an inch. He was like, he almost hit his head on the leg.
Chris is 7 feet tall.
You usually hurt yourself at least once a week.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
Now, Miss Mid-Atlantic's favorite song already is Fire 31. And talk a little bit about that, because you said on stage tonight it kind of had an interesting...
Yeah, the ironic, that's actually a Drown Out song we used to play with the Drown Out, but we just kind of revamped it for this band with the 2 guitar setup. And it's really about this dream that I had about my house burning down, which is like one of the most horrific things that I think could happen to someone. It's happened to some people that I know, before, and it sucks, so just a higher energy rock. Like, I just call that one a barn burner because it's just, just fist pumping during the chorus and screaming. Playing that song for several years, but not with this band, but with the last band. We played it for a couple of years before we started playing it in this band, so
now,
pretty neat.
I got my fingers crossed for something here. As our fans know, we go to a ton of festivals, and you guys just remind me of a festival band. I can see it at either Rock on the Range or something like that. Is there anything in the works?
Well, we actually played Warped Tour earlier this year, so we played that, and I mean, that's really the only festival we've been lucky enough to get on so far. Where we want to play festivals, yeah, that sounds great to me. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Whatever influence Mid-Atlantic has, we're going to push for that and try to get that out there.
I appreciate
So
it.
what's the weirdest Lego head story you can give me? The most unusual Lego head story?
The most unusual.
Or funny or whatever, anything odd
Yeah.
that's happened.
Well, at Warped Tour, one of
Yeah.
y'all tossed one out
Oh,
in the
yeah,
crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sort of
threw
like
one out. Got a little excited.
Yeah. And then all day, there goes that Lego.
Yeah, and we actually, what happened was we got a call from the radio station, because I had been bugging them a lot, you know, about interviewing. I'd post on their Facebook wall, hey, you know, will you cover my band? Will you cover my band? Like, and they, you know, they were like, no, they just never responded. You know, they're totally cool, but they were just busy. But yeah, and they saw the Lego heads walking around a Warped Tour because these guys threw two of them out. And they called me like, all right, come do that interview, you know, because they were like, they were just like, really, this, awesome, you know. So.
That was a hard one to let go of too. That was the one I made for Halloween with Sam originally, so that was the original.
Yeah,
that one had sentimental value. That was tough to let go of.
They're kind of like kids, man. The first ones you make, you know, like I had this one. That would just sound creepy, I know, but.
You know, second and third rounds.
My first one, the first one that we sold when we first started having the idea to sell them for extra money. I mean, I had that one for a lot of shows and took it around with me to all these different shows in the Southeast. And like people wear them and take photos, and like kids will wear them in mosh pits sometimes. And you know, I was like, yeah, it kind of hurt my heart a little bit to let that one go. But he got a good one. He got a deal on that one too. That was a sentimental.
So
one.
here we are on the streets of Philadelphia with a band from Atlanta, and that's what Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews is all about. This is K-Rock, and thanks for watching Mid-Atlantic Behind the Bands.